We're letting this song play a little longer this time. Yo, it's motherfucking Uncle Bing Bong number 7. Can of worms, baby. You know we do this shit unedited as fuck, you know what I mean? So it's one take. Just hop in the booth, black it out, one take. Episode 7. I wasn't even going to do this, but surprisingly, my ABS baits showed up. The bootleg series, so to speak, you know? So I've really been working on this for years, just not like diligently chiseling these out of marble, but, you know, going back and forth with the factory and stuff. So I figured Uncle Bing Bong number 7, we're just going to, we'll just talk about this. You guys want to hear about this new shit? I'll show you I'll show you this stuff, and I'll give you the story behind it and some details and, you know, introduce you to it. So, yeah. So basically, I'm fucking jacked up about this, all right? I'm really stoked up about these ABS baits that we were able to cook up. So when the opportunity arose, made the decision, like, you know, which baits should I bring out? It wasn't even really hard, I guess, because the Wade Hoggs and the Whippersnapper, man, they're just, the Wade Hoggs is just crazy proven and crazy effective for large fish, tournament wins, you know, limit fish, small fish. It's just a catcher, right? And the Whippersnapper, you know, it was just this crazy, I made the slob stopper, and, you know, I was into big baits. Everybody said I should chop it, so I chopped it, you know, the slob stopper into this little boy. And then as the popularity grew, we said, okay, I said, let me refine this design a little bit. And it grew to what it was. And it's the Wade Jr. now. So we're switching over. The Wade Jr., see it right here. Bing Bong. My boy Chris Anway. Mad Love 2020, Paint for Food, Mad Aliases. One of my best friends, family member, and probably my favorite artist. I mean, straight up, I'm a fan. So it works out. He's part of Toxic. I told him where we're at. We created this Gilly Nelson together in an idea of a mascot. But, I mean, he does the work. I don't critique work or nothing. I'm just like, yeah, that is fire, bro. So it's cool because we've had many versions. But then when it came to this packaging, I told him what I was doing, gave him the templates, and then he just goes to work, you know? So always stoked to have Chris on the team, and he's part of Toxic and makes it into what it is today. And, you know, I'm super excited about this packaging. This is the Junior, a.k.a. the old Whippersnapper. And this is the Wade Hoggs. Very simple, kind of artsy package. You just scan this here, and it'll take you right to a page on my website. And you click on the Hoggs or the Snapper. All the details, swim videos, everything you're going to need is just going to be one scan away here, right? The boxes, you know, the boxes are cool. You know me, so I got a lot of comments on, wow, that's amazing packaging, and it is. But we try to do the same with what's inside the box, right? We're not just going to make a fancy package and then a crappy inside, so... You know, we really thought about it. When you move into having your baits made, or me at least, it's like there's a million choices. I painted a million colors, and we have different float rates, dive styles, lip angles. You know, over the years, these simple, you know, the Whippersnapper or whatever, the Wade Jr., so to speak, it's materialized in a lot of ways. But, I mean, the standard wake and crank is just the juice. So this is what we call Toxic Shad. We wanted to offer, especially since it's all resin. You know, you can see my resin and rattle cans. My resin and rattle can shirt here, this nostalgia. I wore this because Toxic is no longer only resin and rattle cans. Pretty cool. And, you know, I know there's a lot of fans of the resin, or people have an opinion of where something is made. You know, we can get into that, but I've been fishing since I was a little kid, and to have my baits made like this is a lure like that you would buy in a store, or like say Rapala. I mean, lots of it. There's so many brands. I'm a lure junkie. So, I mean, Lucky Craft. The old wood baits are awesome, right? Like, I love wood crankbaits, but I also really love ABS crankbaits. The BDS series, especially the original BDS series, the original Speed Trap. All these baits, you know, the pointer, I don't know which one I throw, the 120 or, you know, I'm not good with the numbers. The big one with the 3 hooks. These are all like amazing baits that have clocked up great memories for me. Buzzjet, Pompadour. There's so many ABS baits that are amazing, right? And as coming up and then making my lures, it just materializing into this, especially with the translucent. The translucent highlights that it's ABS, and you could see the innards and the working. I'm just super stoked up on it. And to be honest with you, I haven't really seen a lot of ABS baits come out in this big style like this. We made it real big, real buoyant. You know, lots of air in there, thick wall, but, you know, we made sure that it stayed buoyant so it have great action. So, of course, like all ABS baits, the bigger they get, the more air is in there. So if you leave this in your car and it's 140 degrees in that booch, it might swell up. I don't know. I haven't had any swell, but I'm just saying it's just how it goes, right? So it's one of the pitfalls, I guess, of ABS, but not, I mean, not to me. I love ABS baits. So, you know, in my head, you have to run through all this before you're investing tons and tons of money. I put everything out. Like I put everything on the line with this. I actually have a card here. Dang, I should have had it on the table. I'm going to grab it. It's worth it. When I had went full time, Lloyd Gomez, the mastermind behind the original Bass Brigade, Subsurface, you know, Arid, Silent Morning, Fish and Hike Club. He's always killing it, right? He reached out, seen that I was doing Toxic Day, and I made an order from him, and this is a subservice card that came in my order, but it says, he wrote on the back, and it says, C, thank you for everything you do for our culture. Keep creating. But then the last line, put it all on the fucking line. I don't know why he wrote that, to be honest with you. I mean, I didn't ask, but maybe after we talked, because that's kind of how I operate. I don't know if I should be, but I'm proud of that. Like I don't have no backup. I don't have anything. This is all I have. Toxic is me putting it all on the fucking line, but I really just don't know any other way to live, right? Or operate my life. So this is it. This is everything. This is in debt, past my ears, blah, blah. It doesn't matter to you guys. It shouldn't, because this is the financial side isn't the reason I do things. So $65 target price for this, the Wade Jr. It's only a little bit lighter than the resin baits. I get a lot of questions about that, but you got to remember, we're dealing with water displacement. Water doesn't change weight. So you're not going to get this super light bait that does the same thing. It just doesn't work that way. So they're very close. I don't even know the exact weight. I haven't even put it on a scale. When I get a bait, I'm not like, how much does this weigh? But I think it's like 2.4 something. I'll get all the details. It's basically 2.5 ounces. And then the Wade Hoggs is 3.5 ounces, close to its original. The Wade Hoggs came out amazing. Big ass thing. Sometimes I ramble through these, but I'd rather just give you my my thoughts and my emotions raw kind of deal, So hopefully it doesn't throw you guys off, but if I meander through the story. But this is really cool, man. No rattle. Even though it looks in there like I'm like, dang, you can put some BBs in there, bro. Make a rattle trap. But Wade Hoggs, everybody knows Wade Hoggs is my baby. Responsible for my biggest fish on a swim bait, and overall my biggest fish, my biggest limit. Probably the most money I made on a single bait in my small amount of tournament stuff that I do. So anyways, great bait, amazing bait. really got me kicked off into the gill thing. And if you see my YouTube, you've probably seen the gill theory. This was what really got me thinking in, because I was a rodent guy. But yeah, man. So March 7th through the 10th, Orange County Fairgrounds, Costa Mesa, PCS show. Now, I guess it used to be a saltwater show. I've done the past 2 shows with Nick from the podcast. I think it's an amazing show. More and more bass stuff is there, I guess. I'm always stuck in the booth. But when I do get to walk around, there's like 7 airplane hangars. It's fat, dude. It's fat. It ain't like it's worth it. Even if you don't do anything but bass fish, you need to come out. It's really cool. So we're going to be doing free giveaways. I'm going to give away one of these every day at 2 p.m. for everybody that's made a purchase at my booth or at the Blanked booth. It doesn't have to be an expensive purchase. I mean, it could be a pack of Old Man Rivers. It could be one of these. But come back. You have to be present 2 o'clock every day. We're going to give away one of each of these, and who knows what else. We're going to be right next to John with Stay Bent, Nick with the Viking head. Danny's going to be there with me, and we're going to have Blanked and Toxic. And then we're usually right across from Matt Pano and the Optimum booth. It's a cool strip to come down and check out. We'll have a bunch of cool stuff going on there. You know, we're going to try to kill it for the show. So that'll be the official release. Now, I might do some early releases, like hit your local tackle store, like mini pop-up. I'm thinking like in-store vibes, like when a band used to come to town and they'd play a show, so you'd see them at Amoeba or Tower Records or something, and they'd do an in-store in the daytime before the show, you know, and you show up, get merch, gear, you know, from them. So I'm trying to set that up, and you might see me at your local tackle store, depending on who answers me back before the show. But the official release is going to be this color. I got antsy in my pantsy. I'm not going to wait for the other colors to show up. They're going to be here late March. There's a big gap in the colors, but we got a whole bunch of these. And I also have some that I'm going to paint for the show. I have some blanks that I'm going to paint. So there'll be some custom colors there. This Toxic Shad, this translucent Toxic, which is killer. This is like my favorite. I can't wait to throw this. This is the one I'm ready to throw anyways, right? So these cool packs, you know, and we're going to be giving free stuff away. I'll have my merch there. So stop by. We'll have the calico hats. Those are in production now. We'll have a small number of the calico hats. We'll have some winter hats, the ear flappy ones. What else? Oh, and we'll have Old Man River. Old Man River will be in the house officially. We'll have a bunch of those. Our new flip, punch, Nico, everything bait. And also we'll have our iRod Sniper Swim, and we're going to have the new Quirkus model of the Sniper Swim, which it's a little higher in price, but has the full cork grip, super nice everything, real seat, the whole deal. The Genesis 3 is my staple. I've been using that. I have like 6 tied up all the time that I'm out, you know, on my boat, because I have a whole bunch of rods on there. But the Quirkus is it's not the same exact blank. It's rated 2 to 6, it's 7'6", but the blank is a different blend of graphite, and it has a little bit different of a flex to it. I'll make a video going into depth on it, but it just has like a little, not as sharp of a shut off, you know. So I feel like it's a little more tuned in to just the hard bait stuff, while the Sniper does great with hard baits and soft baits. But it has the full cork grip for those guys that don't like split grip and they like the cork and stuff. So you might want to check that out. I'll have that at the show. And I'm gonna be running show specials. So you show up and you want to grab some of these, and you want to mix in an iRod, our signature iRod, you know, whether it be the Sniper or the Quirkus. We're gonna work out some deals. We're gonna make sure that you guys leave there happy. Also, Blanked, we're gonna be running a $10 backstock special. Now, you know, we really love our designs, but last year we just ordered a lot, and we just got excited with our designs and just ordered a bunch of quantity. So instead of sitting on it, we decided at the show we're going to sell a bunch of stuff. So $10 T-shirts is like less than we pay for them. So, and they're killer. We have a bunch of designs. So definitely stop by, check that out. We're going to have, at shows, I try to do show specials. So since this is the initial drop, we'll try to keep this low, but we're not going to go super low on the price. The Hoggs Junior is 65 and the Wade Hoggs is 75. But like I said, if you guys buy a bunch of stuff or with other stuff, we'll work out a deal. So yeah, super stoked. Air horn, what's good? Toxic Baits moving on up. Hopefully you see more baits coming in this direction. I'm trying to continue to grow because my motivation to even have Toxic Baits is just to make cool stuff and do cool stuff. So, I mean, I don't even, none of the decisions are made. I wish I did. I'm bad at business. I'm not the best monetary decision maker, but yeah, we're gonna keep trying to get you baits for cheaper and still be able to pay bills. I barely scrape, but we're gonna continue to try to deliver the most value that we can to our customers and the community because we appreciate that we even get to do this shit. Just me talking on this microphone and showing you this is like, it's still insane to me. It's still an insane life that I'm privileged to live. So yeah, I hope this wasn't too boring of an episode, man. I know it's just a bait, but this is really huge for me as a guy that carved a lure in his backyard with a pocket knife when I was like, 12, 10. I don't know. I didn't even fish it. I was just, So I'm really enjoying so far this, and I'm going to continue to bring you. There'll be more colors, like I said, coming in March. Some custom colors, and we'll have another release in the summer. Like we're gonna continue to expand on this lineup of the Junior and the Hoggs, and also hopefully down the road we'll be bringing more production baits to you. So, hopefully that'll allow more access through affordability because trust me, I know, it's tough and paying a lot for baits isn't what everyone wants to do. So including, myself sometimes you just want to just grab one of these, and roll it. You're probably not going to see the whippersnapper in as large of numbers or the Wade Hoggs, the standard models, but we still have the deep diver, square bill, wake only version. The list goes on and on of the different variations. But personally, you're going to see me with all my fish picks and shit this year will probably be on these two baits, whether it be these or a color, another color that I choose to throw. But I mean, this is pretty hard to beat, especially unless it's muddy. But even then, I mean, they're still big baits. So Toxic Shad, PCS show. We'll be there with deals. Like I said, we'll have the little strip. And yeah, ABS. It's kind of surreal. I've been counting the boxes, and you've been seeing the posts. So I'll edit this. It's Super Bowl Sunday, so I don't know if I'll get this out today or it'll be after the Super Bowl. I'm not a sports fan, but I am a Bay Area fan. So I'm probably gonna fish. My boy has a dock. I'll probably just fish while the fools are playing. But Niner gang, I guess, because it's because I always support the Bay. I always support California. Straight up and down the coast, from the tippy top to the bottom, son. CA all day. So yeah, all right. Hey. Like I said, hopefully you guys like the episode. Next episode is going to be some value, okay? I'm not going to keep just doing just me. Next episode, I'm going to get somebody on that I've really wanted to have on. I don't want to say it yet because I haven't talked to him. But I'm going to do it on spinnerbaits. And not just, tie it to this rod. And we're going to I got some in-depth questions from my guest who's an expert. And I've caught some pretty good fish on the spinnerbait. I've got some big ones. I do pretty well. So you could choose to take the advice or not. It's not going to be like throw it here and catch a fish like this. It's going to be more on the technical details of the build of the swim bait, blade combinations, changing skirt colors, wire design, thickness, things of this stuff, like the stuff that you never really hear people talk about. And I'm going to have somebody on there that knows more than just about anybody you probably ever met doing it. So yeah, this is episode 7, I believe. So that will be episode 8. I'm going to shut my big mouth now. You know what I mean? ABS, Toxic Baits, Por Vita, used to be resin and rattle cans. Now it's ABS, and I'm sure it's airbrush. But we still got the resin and rattle cans. You know what I'm saying? But this shit right here, son, shit's looking good. I don't know. There's no details you need to know. You've seen it. Extra tail. There'll be some more info vids. Like I said, you'll go to the website. I'm going to have everything on there. Videos on mods, how to change from screws to toothpicks for the tail if you choose to go that way. I'm going to be releasing some tuning kits where I paint some lead tape in section 1 gram, 2 grams to match the baits, so you can just stick them on if you want to adjust float rates. I'm going to make sure I create a full support system for this ABS lineup. So, yo, happy Super Bowl Sunday. You know, CA all day, Toxic all day. And I love you guys, even if you're not from California, or throw Toxics. I don't care. If you fish, I love you. If you're a human, I probably love you. It's a good day today. I was in a dark cloud over my existence for a while now, man. So we got some baits, we got some molds, so we're back to sunny and smiling again. You know, so yeah, we're out of here. No funny exit. Peace.